Is this working? Yes, it is. There we go. What's up? Howdy, sushi is superior. I just thought I would hop on Mario Kart. I'm planning to do more regular streams going forward, but this is just sort of a little simple one, as a little litmus test. So, without any further ado, I feel that any other choice than Aristocrat King Boo is incorrect when you're picking a character. Yes, you are. My voice is super quiet? Hold on. Hold on. And turn down the audio of the game a bit and turn this up. Is that a little bit better, would you say? I don't want to turn it up too loud because I don't want to start like peaking the mic. Hold on, let me turn this down a bit more. I'm not used to streaming, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I apologize for any possible technical errors, but that's kind of the point of the stream, just to like... Last time I streamed Mega Man DOS, which I thought would be funny, because it's a really infamously bad game, and then I screwed up the bitrate settings. So, the stream is completely unwatchable, because the bitrate is so low. That there's like it's like less than 1,000, I think, megabytes per second. So like the second anything moves on screen, the whole thing just turns into an unwatchable jumble of pixels. I'm trying to read comments while I'm playing. Also, yes, the Disney video should hopefully be out in a few days. I mean, I don't want to say anything definitively because you never know with big corporations and copyright. But in my experience, Disney's been better than BBC, so I have my fingers crossed. If everything goes right, actually, the video should come out in 2 days or so. I think what's going to happen is that Disney aren't... I filed an appeal to the copyright claims on the video, and Disney has a week to respond from after I do that, and it's been like it's been either 4 or 5 days, but I don't think they're gonna respond in time. This has happened in the past where I appealed and they didn't respond in time, and then it just expires if the full week goes by. So I think that's likely what's gonna happen. And my favorite track, in most Mario Karts it's Rainbow Road, but honestly in this one, that's tough. I like the whole idea of like an interconnected overworld, but I just don't think it kind of causes the design of the tracks to suffer, because so many of them are just like straight lines. I just noticed how dark it is in this room. Next time, I will have a light source on me. These are I'm picking up important pieces of knowledge for streaming with each passing minute here. Get the audio levels correct and make sure that there's a source of light on me. As for what my favorite track is, honestly, they're probably old tracks. Like, I really like Toad's Factory. I'm glad that that's back. Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't actually remember what a lot of the tracks are called. I like the ice track. I don't remember what it's named. Do I like it more than Mario Kart 8? I think there are definitely things this one does better than Mario Kart 8, but like I think overall Mario Kart 8 was a tighter package. I think Mario Kart 8 utilized its new gimmicks better than this one does. Fuck. That being said, I love the Knockout Tour. Okay, I mean, I guess you could call it mood lighting. Blue Fire 1987. I don't know why I'm trying to read chat while I'm playing the game. It's causing me... I'm gonna lose because of this. Well, for the next stream, I could maybe set up the breadtuber bisexual lighting thing if I get the purple and the blue light. And I'm out. I swear I usually do better at Knockout Tours than that. I promise. It's because I kept looking at the screen to answer chat messages. I want to try something for lighting. Hold on. I'm going to get my phone out. Is that a bit intense? That looks now it looks a bit like I'm going to tell you guys a horror story. We're distracting the driver. We'll never get to McDonald's now. You know, funny enough, there is fast food in this game, so. Which is one of the odder additions. You can pick up a burger. I never thought that would be an item in Mario Kart. Sorry, this is way too. This lighting is way too intense. Hold on. Trying to balance it. Fuck. Okay, I got a light over there now. It's still a bit bright, if I'm being honest. Now it's shining right in my eyes. It's still way too close, but I can't fix it now. That was a mistake. Fuck, I have to try to read. Hold on. If the Disney ranking goes on long enough for new Disney movies to come out, what's your plan around that? Well, that has already happened, actually. So, Zootopia 2 came out. So that will be addressed in the video. But basically, it just means that I have to move everything down a slot. And luckily, Zootopia 2 is good enough that it wouldn't have been in part 1 because that was going over the worst movies. What will really throw everything off is if like a really bad Disney movie comes out that would be like near the bottom of the list. Because that would mean that I would have already missed it and I would have to like open one of the videos with it and it would make the whole thing be out of order. So hopefully the next few Disney movies are good. Because then that'll make things easier for me. Thank you very much, Gooberman3305. I appreciate it. I was gonna make a Better Call Saul video about the relationship between Chuck and Jimmy, but then I just I figured I was pumping out too much Breaking Bad related content and I wanted to diversify a bit, but we'll see if I might still go back to that idea at some point. I also think I teased a Sopranos video at the end of the Breaking Bad one, which never materialized. But never say never. I said I was going to make a house video, a house MD video, and that I do intend to make. But, yeah, it's just... Actually, right after I finish the current batch of stuff I'm working on... Oh, I just jostled everything. I'm going to do the house video, is the plan. I've also been watching Dexter recently, and I have so many thoughts on Dexter that now I want to make a video on that shit. House and Dexter are both kind of similar in that they have such high highs and such low lows. They're both very, They're both very, 2000s, early 2010s era TV shows. When it was all the rage to have, a morally questionable main character. Like a tough guy who's all rough around the edges, but deep down he has, a soft underbelly. Sorry, I can't read the new message right now. There's too much stuff happening in the race. Just give me a minute. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I just gotta pass this gate, and I can read the message. Oh fuck, everyone's passing me. Okay, here we go. If a worse one comes out, maybe you can just address it in the mega 8-hour one. Oh god. I'm basically texting and driving right now. That's what the equivalent of this is. Oh god, now I'm behind on so many messages. Hold on. Just slide the entries in the mega 8-hour one. Yes, well I am actually planning on... Did I say that I was planning on uploading a mega 8-hour video that compiles all the different parts? Because I am planning on doing that, but I don't remember telling anyone that. How did you know that? Unless I forgot, I've never publicly stated that I was planning to make a... Is it just, predictable? Am I predictable? That was what I was planning to do, though. So you have me all figured out. Fuck. Now I'm way behind now. I'm gonna go out because of this. Hold on, I can't read any... I'm gonna lose. Unless I get really lucky. Fuck! Oh, shit. Oh, that's really bad. I'm so screwed. Oh, fuck. I need a bullet right now. Okay. Come on, give me lightning. I gotta use the lightning. Gotta use the lightning! I think I'm still screwed. Can I just clutch this? I don't think so. No, I'm fucked. Damn it. Wait, another okay, hold on. This item, if it's a bullet, no. Well, I can read chat messages now and get rid of this light. I'm gonna put the light really far away. Okay, guys, the light is now shining at me through a beer bottle. There's a little lighting effect going on. You've only watched the Spore video? Well, honestly, I think the Spore video is probably my favorite video I've made, so it's all good. Any video that you may have seen that brought you here, I'm grateful that you took the time to sit down and watch my content. We all have busy lives, so I'm appreciative. Hold on, why am I spectating? Okay, I can read some of these messages now. Oh yeah, thank you. This is yes, this is my ska house coat. Now, this is my checkerboard robe. That's like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I wear it in videos a lot now. It's like part of the Verdana branding now. I figured I need an iconic look, you know. And I'm still workshopping the catchphrase to go along with it, but we'll get there. You forgive me for putting 8 that low? Well, I mean, let's be fair. I wasn't counting Big Finish and extended media, so literally all I had to go on was the TV movie. And Night of the Doctor is like 5 minutes long. So basically I was just going off the TV movie, and it's hard to justify putting him much higher based on that. In fact, in hindsight, I think I might have actually been being a bit mean to the 13th Doctor by putting her lower than 8 based only on the TV movie, because the TV movie just isn't that good. Even, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the 13's era, but it still has its... There are decent episodes in there. There are times that she gets to shine. Whereas, I feel like the 8th Doctor only really got to shine in extended media. Maybe a little bit in Night of the Doctor. But again, Night of the Doctor is so short that it's more of just a taste of what could have been than an actual proper episode. It's a lot of red shells. Okay, I'm gonna make up for the last few by doing really well in this knockout tour. And you can take that to the bank. There we go, that's checkpoint 1 down. Only 5 to go. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I use motion controls, by the way. And if you have a problem with that, then I don't care. Motion controls are what real gamers use. Everyone whining about motion controls. You don't... That's just because you didn't get it. All of my Mario coins are going into the Believer Fund. Fuck, someone... hold on. I was reading that chat message and then the chat scrolled and then hold on. I have to scroll back up now. Fuck, I can't do that. I'm sorry. Oh, son of a bitch! It always happens when I have good items. Now I'm fucked. Maybe. Hold on, I really need an item here. That's what I'm talking about. You know, one thing about playing online is that not everybody is actually in sync with each other. That's just sort of an inevitable consequence of latency, but... if you, like, crush someone with the big mushroom on your screen, that doesn't necessarily mean that it happened on their screen. So you may... or if you hit someone with a shell or whatever, it only matters if it happens on their screen in Mario Kart. It took me a while to realize that, but if you pull off, like, a really difficult green shell snipe, and then you notice that the person in front of you, even though the animation of them getting hit happened, they didn't actually slow down at all, that's because you didn't pull it off on their screen, which is what matters. Which kind of renders, like, green shell sniping virtually impossible online. Which is unfortunate. Oh, fuck. Son of a bitch. Worst ever game to look at chat with. I mean, it kind of adds a new level of difficulty that maybe it's more entertaining to watch. Maybe I should have specifically advertised that this is me playing Mario Kart while also trying to answer as many chat questions as I can. Which I realize I've been missing most of the chat messages for the last stretch. But the flip side... Oh, thank you very much. Okay, that's a super chat, so I have to answer that. Did I watch War Between Land and Sea? I did not. I'm gonna be real with you, I didn't watch it. Also, I like got halfway through working on a video about Series 15/Season 2 of Doctor Who, and then I kind of just ran out of steam on it. I'm planning to go back to it, but I kind of just... I'm gonna be honest, I had Doctor Who burnout. So I just didn't even really feel inclined to watch War Between the Land and the Sea. Also, I know that Pete McTighe is the showrunner, and I'm not a huge fan of his stuff, so... Russell's trying... Everyone says that Russell's trying to push Pete as the next showrunner. And if that I don't want to make a prediction here, but if that happens, I think the show is cooked. Like, the show needs someone completely new who's, like, not part of the RTD circle. Very badly. Son of a bitch, everyone's oh, fuck. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, here I just need to move up 2 spots. Okay, I did it. This is the one, I told you guys. I'm gonna do well in this one. You didn't miss much? Yeah, I mean, I swear, I was watching... I saw the discourse about it, and it was the same thing that happened with Season 2 and Season 1 and the 60th. Which is that at first, like when the first episode came out, everyone was like, fuck, it's so peak, Doctor Who's back, this is what it should have been. And then the longer it went, the more people started to be like, this is actually kind of bad. And then when the finale aired, everyone was like, fuck, that was such a shit finale. Maybe the whole thing wasn't very good, actually, looking back. That's just the cycle that Doctor Who is stuck in right now. What's up, Dark Room? It was trying to be Children of Earth. I mean, trying to make something like Children of Earth, I think, is admirable, because Children of Earth is one of my favorite things in the Doctor Who universe. But also, it was kind of lightning in a bottle. Like, Children of Earth, it's not just good because it's dark. It's good because it's well written, believe it or not. That's an important component of its goodness. I still believe that Russell is capable of writing good stuff when he's not holding himself back. Like, despite the kind of shitty ending, I still like 73 Yards for the most part. Because I feel like Russell wasn't constraining himself at all. He was just writing what he wanted to, and that's when he shines the most. Okay, here we go. I have a shot here, ladies and gentlemen. I will not be reading any chat messages until I finish this, because I don't want to throw away my chance. Oh, shit. You know what? I'll take second. I'll take it. I have not listened to Chimes of Midnight. I'm gonna be... the amount of Big Finish that I've listened to is quite limited. What time is it? It is 8:37. Alright. Sorry for starting the stream kind of late. But I had other stuff that I had to do. Yeah, but I do plan, like I said earlier, I do plan to make streaming a regular thing on this channel. And perhaps I'll start up a Twitch and I will dual stream. Like the real streamers. Are you gonna make a video on the most recent season of Doctor Who? Yes. I think you probably just joined because I was just talking about that. But yeah, I actually right after the season aired, I started making a video on it, and then I sort of just stopped like halfway through because I got kind of burned out on Doctor Who. So that's still kind of sitting unfinished, waiting for me to go back to it. I will go back to it probably soon. I'm just trying to get this Disney video up right now. Hopefully there's no copyright shenanigans that I have to deal with. Maybe Verdana will get a screen where he can read chat. What I should do is have a voice that reads out chat messages like the proper streamers have. I'm sure I could download some plugin that would do that. Where would I rate the 14th and 15th Doctors? I don't even know if I would rate the 14th Doctor because he's clearly just supposed to be the 10th Doctor. I still feel like it was a waste to use up a whole incarnation on him when it's just... Like, it would have been cool if they'd explicitly written him to be like a different, maybe more hardened character. But he's just the 10th Doctor again. And like Russell and David have both said, basically, that they were just playing it as the 10th Doctor. As for 15, I had really high hopes, and I gotta be honest, and I think this is how most people feel. I was very underwhelmed by his era. Ultimately, he didn't really get much to sink his teeth into. And I don't know if this is a hot take, but I'm also... His acting could be great at points, but I also I'm not a fan of how he played it at all time. I think there were points when he overdid the melodrama. I'm not just talking about the crying thing. I know that that's been discussed to death, but like beyond that, I think there are points he could... I'm not saying Ncuti Gatwa was not a great actor, because he is a great actor, and that came through most of the time, but I feel like there were moments that he played it a little, like a little melodramatic for my taste. So, unfortunately, the 15th Doctor probably wouldn't place that high. But exactly where, I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it. Piper Doctor thoughts? Yeah, that's a shit show. I don't have really anything positive to say about that. That just reeks of desperation. I burst out laughing when I saw that. At the end of the reality war. There were rumors about that. But like even I who've been very critical of this era still thought that has to be too dumb. There's no way that's real, right? And then it was. Pluribus is Peekabus. I really liked it. It's a very unique show. It's not what I think anyone expected it to be. People thought it'd be a sci-fi alien invasion, and the pilot was that, but then every other episode was more like a character study into what you would realistically go through in that scenario, and I honestly found that more interesting than just like a generic like saving the world alien pastiche. A lot of people are complaining it was too slow. I mean, did you watch Better Call Saul? Better Call Saul is one of the slowest shows I've ever seen. Like, honestly, I don't even know if I'd say Pluribus is slower than Better Call Saul was at points. Almost nothing happens for all of season 2 of Better Call Saul. People just didn't care as much because they like Bob Odenkirk. Fuck. It's a waste of my green shell. I don't know why I did that. Well, it wouldn't have mattered either way. Hello, Melvin. What's up? Oh, shit. I tried to read a chat message. I'm gonna go out because of the... Fuck. Oh, man. I'm really disappointed in myself. That's a really bad time to look at chat. I'm so sorry to everyone who is rooting for... I'm so sorry, Gooberman. But yes, I agree with what you're saying, Haggard Mary, that the show needs new blood. And I shouldn't have tried to read your message just at that exact moment. I'm gonna do one more. All or nothing. Bananas are good. Oh, fuck. It's not your fault. That was just a foolish moment to try to read a chat message. I've never played Magic the Gathering. I'm sorry if that makes me out of the loop. Fuck. See, this is an example of, I think, poor track design in this game, and that because it's an overworld, they had to work the battle arenas into the races. But like that part of the track, you just drive through a battle arena. Like there's nothing going on, you're just driving through this large round area. That's clearly meant to be a battle arena, not part of a raceway. Oh, someone watched my Outcast video? That's like one of my least viewed videos ever. I appreciate that. That's a deep cut right there. Back when I made album ranking videos. I'm at risk of going out immediately here. Holy shit. I was also talking about that earlier, Hagrid, but yeah, no, Pete McTighe, if the show goes with Pete McTighe as showrunner, I might not even watch it. It's so cooked. Like, it needs someone, it badly needs someone who is not picked by Russell from his approved writer circle. The show just needs to get out of the Russell clique so badly. Like, it's crazy how, like, I called it the Fitzroy Club in the video, and I know that that's not necessarily the best name for them because not everyone actually went to the Fitzroy Tavern. Pete McTighe definitely didn't. I don't know if you wouldn't call Pete McTighe part of the Fitzroy Club, but he is still, he's the one currently being groomed by Russell to be next showrunner. And yes, I'm using the term groomed correctly. The word groomed has been ruined by the internet over the past like 5 years, but Russell is grooming Pete to be the next showrunner. He's his obvious pick, and if he ends up being the next showrunner, I think it's just going to be largely more of the same. And if that happens, we're so fucked. Yeah, Praxius is one of the like least well-structured episodes of the show I think I've seen. And his other episodes are what, Kerblam and was it Lucky Day? So he has a 0 for 3 batting average right now, I think. Kerblam, both Kerblam and Lucky Day, I feel like had the potential to be good, but they both floundered it. And I don't know if this was intentional, but both episodes have a don't question authority overtone. In Kerblam, it's don't question the big corporation. Ultimately, the big corporation will enact reform on its own. Don't try to agitate. And in Lucky Day, and I assume this wasn't intentional, but in Lucky Day, the message is government-funded militias are, you don't question them. They're the good guys. There's no potential for UNIT being corrupt. Don't worry about it. It would have been so much more interesting if it was a story about UNIT actually being corrupt. And like Conrad having a point, kind of, even if he's a bad guy, but like everything in the show now, it has to be completely two-dimensional. Fuck. Oh, this is clutch. Okay, this is where I screwed up last time, I think. But not this time. I don't know how that fire didn't hit me. But I'm in it to win it now. Everyone is huddled so close together in this race. Fuck. Can I clutch this? Yes. Here we go. A fun fact about Pete McTighe that I saw, I don't know if this has been verified as true, but I saw this on the Doctor Who Reddit. Apparently he like hated Stephen Moffat's writing and like posted a tweet when Matt Smith was leaving, like implying that Stephen Moffat also needed to leave or else the show was fucked. That's an interesting bit of lore there. My relationship with Moffat over the years has been fascinating in that, like, I was, like, the definition of a Moffat hater at one point. And I still have a lot of problems with his writing style, but at this point, I think he's the best of the... I think most people feel this way. He's the best of the 3 Doctor Who showrunners. Which I never thought he would be my favorite. I never thought he'd beat out Russell, but somehow it happened. Okay, I'm fucked. I came so far just to fail. It's 1 a.m. in the morning, not where I am. I do not live in Europe. Time zones, my friend. Yeah, I'm fucked. Thank you for tuning in at 1 a.m. anyways, Beatrice. All right. I think second is going to be the best placement I get today. Saying Moffat's run was better than RTD1 is insane, by the way. I didn't say that. I didn't say that Moffat's run is better than RTD1. I said overall, Moffat is now a better showrunner than Russell, in my opinion, because RTD2 drags him down. And, I mean, there are flaws with RTD1. Like, a lot. I think I talked about that in my video, but, oh shit, I'm cute for another. You know what? I'll do one more. I'll do one more, and then I'll call it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the issues that are present in RTD2 were very much so there in his first era. Just, they weren't as noticed, like, there were more good qualities at that point to distract from them. And also, part of it, I think, is also that the TV landscape has moved on and Russell's writing style hasn't. And also part of it is that we got older. It's a mix of things. I do agree still that the writing in RTD1 was better, but, yeah, I mean, yeah, RTD1 and 2, I'd say, are separate entities, but I think it's fair to say that Russell has never, like, he's never been good at writing finales, for instance. Like, I actually revisited some of the RTD1 finales, and yeah, they're better. They're definitely better than Empire of Death or Reality War, but, they're still kind of clunky. Like, even Parting of the Ways, which, like, I really like Parting the Ways, but it's still kind of paced weirdly at points in a way that I didn't remember from when I was a kid, but going back. Like, at one point, they get captured. They're, like, arrested by the outer space deep state. And then they break out, like, 15 seconds. Like, they get arrested, and then the doctor just turns to Jack. He's like, let's do it. And then they just break out immediately. Again, yeah, Part of the Ways, it's still a great... I'm not trying to question the great things about the episode, but he's always kind of struggled with managing the scope of a finale. Doomsday is probably his best finale, riddled with plot holes, but I won't get into that. It doesn't really stand up to any logical scrutiny, but like emotionally it works. Last of the Time Lords isn't that good. That's the episode that feels most like an RTD2 episode in RTD1. It just... I mean, anyone who's seen it probably knows. I don't need to get into details, but it ends up just feeling rushed and anticlimactic. I'm also of the opinion that Journey's End is a little overblown and a little anticlimactic. I don't hate Journey's End, but I've always been of the opinion that it's a little overrated, personally. Maybe possibly relies on spectacle over storytelling a little bit. The regeneration cop out in the Stolen Earth is like the definition of like clickbait writing. Like, you just added that in there for there to be like a good cliffhanger. But people were more forgiving about that back then. But it's not totally dissimilar from some of the stuff he pulled in RTD2. Like with the thing with it snowing around Ruby, and then that never having an explanation, that was worse. But it still comes from the same mentality of just throwing stuff in there to try to get people to come back next week, even if you don't really have any kind of good payoff for what you're writing. And like Russell kind of created a massive plot hole with the Meta Crisis regeneration in Stolen Earth, because there's an implication that if a Time Lord just cuts off their limb and then they just regenerate into it, they can keep the same face forever. So why doesn't every Time Lord do that? Then they never have to change their face. And before Moffat retconned it so that it counted as an actual regeneration, it kind of implied that he could also be immortal if it didn't take up an incarnation. If you just did that over and over again. I agree that Utopia is a very good episode on its own. And the way he did the reveal of the Master works so much better than how he did the Sutek reveal. So like it's almost amazing they're written by the same person. Oh, fuck. I might be screwed here. Yes, I am. This is very... I was hoping to do better for my final race of the night, but what can you do? This is Mario Kart we're talking about. It's in the lap of the gods. Alright, well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll just answer this one last question. What's the best 5 New Who episodes? Just off the top of my head, in no particular order. Yeah, well, Heaven Sent is an obvious pick. Midnight, I would have to say. And I know it's a generic pick, but I think it deserves the accolades. Blink, Vincent the Doctor. These have all been very generic picks so far. Let me try to throw like a more what's a more spicy pick? This isn't really. I mean, I really like The Girl Who Waited. That's not really a spicy pick, but I don't know if it commonly pops up in people's top 5. But what's an episode I like that most people don't? I'm genuinely trying to think now. I don't hate Sleep No More as much as everyone does. I don't think it's good. I certainly wouldn't put it in my list of top 5 best. It's still kind of bad, but it's not one of my all-time least favorites the way that it is for most other people. Oh, Human Nature Family Blood, yes, that's definitely a lock. Thank you, Zed the Boy. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to posting it as well. It's been a very long time in the making. You know, I like... This isn't one of my all-time favorite episodes, but if we're talking about a controversial take, I actually quite like Eve of the Daleks, which is a Chibnall episode. No, it's not fantastic, but I think it's pretty solid. One of his best episodes, for sure. Yeah. Yes, well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope to stream more regularly going forward. And I'll start streaming earlier and with more light, maybe. Unless you guys want the mood lighting, in which case I will keep it. Till next time, peace out. Have a good night.